A Houston cop accused of shooting his wife in the face. Put him up full mask. Hell of a story. New details have been released in the ongoing investigation into Houston officer who allegedly shot his wife in the face Monday morning. 31-year-old Galib Chowdhury has been charged with aggravated assault of a family member with serious bodily injury and has been fired. His bond is set at $125,000. Now keep his picture up. You may be wondering, if a person is shot in the face, why is the charge not attempted murder? Because everyone knows that the face, the head, is what we call a red zone. Officers are trained on red zone attacks. Basically, they are taught any injury, any strike, any bullet to this area can result in death. That's called a red zone attack. HPD and Houston Fire Department personnel responded to calls around 12:45 a.m. about a shooting at the Westerly Apartments located on the 10,300 block of Clay Road in Northwest Houston. That's according to KPRC 2's Erica Ponder. Police said they found a 30-year-old woman identified as his wife who had suffered a gunshot to the face. The woman was rushed to a nearby hospital to undergo surgery. Let's put up the chief. The police chief, his name is Troy Finner, said during a Monday morning news conference that the rifle the suspect used during the alleged shooting was not issued by the police department. Well, that's exactly what we wanted to know, Chief. We wanted to make sure that the gun he used in order to try and kill his wife was not in fact issued by you. That is an important detail. Not. The alleged shooter had served as an officer for 2 years, was assigned to the Northwest Patrol Division, according to an HPD News release issued on Monday. And so I have questions. Naturally, my first question, why is he not charged with attempted murder? Also, there's something new that I've thought about when it comes to these officers, especially those who just start working somewhere and then all of a sudden there's this egregious thing that's discovered, allegedly. What did they do on their psychological evaluation? What was their score? See, things like that we need to now question. And the reason I bring that to your attention is because I was in a meeting about a month ago, and this meeting had to do with police oversight. And in this meeting, officers were there, and they were talking about how difficult it was to become a police officer because of psychological evaluations and boot camp training, etc. And so I posed the question, when do they get tested for the psychological eval? And the captain stood up and he said, well, they are given that psychological evaluation after they go through boot camp, after they are taser certified, after they basically can become the police. My second question was, and out of those who are tested, how many fail? You know, the answer was none. 0. That's not possible statistically anywhere. So what you see is a system that says if you can pass the logistics, we have a system that will ensure you pass the psychological eval. There is no way this is an objective test, or at least the culture allows for the pass-fail ratio to be quite liberal if no one has ever failed. All right, so those are questions I have about this fella too. Sharon, thoughts on this?
So the test is garbage, and there's so much that's not adding up here. Something about shooting at an intruder. There are stories out there. The evidence doesn't fit that. The wife was apparently, going like this, and her eyeball, is shot at. So it just doesn't. It fits an abuse scenario. Don't know that for sure, but that's what it fits in both she and the accused here are saying, oh, it was an accident shooting, but trying to add an intruder. Didn't the South African runner with one leg go to jail for that, Dr. Richey?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just saying.
That's right. And that's why in cases like this, the state picks it up because the other individual involved may feel intimidated not to testify. And so that's the reason there's a caveat to how these are prosecuted outside of the norm.